Is YG Entertainment about to make their biggest mistake ever? Now that's a bold statement considering the past year with all the scandals, but I'm asking because of the news that YG is planning to debut a brand new girl group this year. Is YG about to lose one of the best things they ever created in BLACKPINK? And more importantly, why? Why would you just what? Before we get started, 81% of my viewers, you guys are not subscribed yet. You already enjoy my videos, so why not subscribe and hit the bell to not miss a new video? Now, the thing that spawned all this is the news about YG Entertainment planning to debut a new girl group and confirming it. They went on to release a statement. It is true that we're planning to debut a new girl group. We will provide more details later with our official statement. Right now, we're focusing on preparing BLACKPINK and Winner's new albums. Speaking of which, BLACKPINK, one of the biggest inside jokes for Blinks and K-pop fans was the lack of activity and songs BLACKPINK have. BLACKPINK debuted back in 2016 and was the biggest thing anyone could talk about in Korea and internationally for K-pop. But now it's 2020, almost 4 years later. And how many songs does BLACKPINK have in 4 years?
There it is! What number is that? 13! Right! 13 is the number of the day!
13 original songs. That doesn't include the number of remixes or acoustic versions or what have you. 13 songs in 4 years for one of the biggest girl groups right now. And that's where the backlash comes from fans. YG is planning to debut a new group when the group you already have only has 13 songs. And that leads me into my next point of why this may be a mistake for YG. This new girl group, no matter how talented and deserving they may be, they are gonna have a lot of responsibility on them to succeed. And not only that, they are gonna start off with a lot of hate. Hate is one of the fuels that run the K-pop fandoms for some people. Most people are reasonable. Most. But people are gonna despise this new girl group for getting so much attention, because when you debut a new girl group, you have to give them attention. You have to give them a showcase, tons of promotions, tons of activities to get that brand new name out there. And BLACKPINK will kind of take a back seat. But who is this new girl group and who could be in it? First, let's start with the group's name. Now, the possible name could be a name that was going to be used for BLACKPINK, and that name is Baby Monsters, or in Korea, BAEMON. YG just registered the trademark BAEMON for Korea and Baby Monster in English just this year. So that's one of the big hints that people believe that this is going to be the name of the new girl group, and it kind of makes sense. But who could possibly make up this new girl group, and how many members? How many members? We don't know, but there are 9 viable options in YG's trainee system that could be in this new girl group. One is Jane, a Chinese trainee, whose public appearance was on the Chinese reality show Youth With You 2020. Another option could be Vicky, another Chinese trainee, who is also on the same program as Jane. Another name is Sojin, this time a Korean trainee, where her experience began as being a contestant on the season 4 of K-Pop Star, and was a previous SM Entertainment trainee, so she's got the genes, man. Next would be Subin, another Korean trainee, or maybe Eunkyul, another Korean trainee, who is pretty young at only 15 years old. But she did make her name known in the survival show Mnet's Idol School. Or Haeyeon, a Korean trainee who is even younger. Or Chaeun, who is another young trainee. Or Sejong, who is the youngest trainee probably YG has at only 12 years old. And probably the most famous you probably didn't know was under YG was Pyul. She made herself known by being talked about a lot on the internet and being on Korean television for her huge potential at such a young age. So now you see why the name Baby Monster or BAEMON would make sense looking at these trainees put together. YG could be pulling an NCT Dream right now. Now back to the responsibility part of it, this new girl group along with the new boy group Treasure is going to brunt the whole weight and carry YG into this next generation, into this new era of YG. They are going to be the breadwinners for the company. Now, I want to preface this that Yang Han-suk and his brother stepped down for their positions, but they probably still hold a pretty big voice in the company. However, after signing a new CEO and trying to come back after the tons of scandals and controversy, YG has a bad name, and now they need to refresh their look. They need to start with something new. Start with a new generation. That's what this girl group and that is what Treasure is meant to be. A brand new beginning. Now, if YG is smart, they're gonna have this new girl group and Blackpink kind of be different. You don't want them to have necessarily the same fans. You want to bring in a new audience. Maybe an audience you haven't really catered for before. You know what? A good example is taking a look at what JYP did with Twice and the new girl group ITZY.
Next level.
Twice is JYP's biggest success since the beginning. First with the survival show, then the bunch of promotions and activities, tons of songs, the domination of Japan, and now the new signing with an American label to help Twice break into the American market. Smart. But then along comes ITZY, a smaller group, a group that probably represents their trademark, it's different. ITZY's sound is unique in an era of K-pop where everyone's trying to act different and be unique. And ITZY's doing a really good job of it while sounding pretty good. I mean, I'm biased. I love Twice and I love ITZY, but what JYP did with both of those groups is smart. Twice debuted back in 2015, and ITZY debuted last year in 2019. So if you do the quick maths, Blackpink debuted in 2016. This new girl group is debuting in 2020. So it's relatively the same. The only thing that is different is how JYP went about it. You don't want these two groups to eat each other. And what I mean by that is not go after the same market. Both groups are gonna fail. So that leads me to believe that this new YG girl group is gonna be cute? Or maybe something different than Blackpink, because Blackpink is that girl crush. Blackpink has that YG style that is still alive no matter what happens to it. But then again, I go back to YG's history. YG has a history of announcing something and setting a date and not really meeting the deadline or just completely canceling it. Rosé's solo was one of them, and the rest of Blackpink's solos, which I'm really anticipating. Come on, man, we need that. We need that in our lives. Big Bang, hugely successful. 21, hugely successful. But when they reach their peak, YG doesn't know what to do with them, and it ends in travesty. The next generation winner, icon, Blackpink, it's not looking too good for them either. Now don't get me wrong, the thing that YG does know is how to make a fantastic group and find talent. Talent in so many areas and from different countries, which is another marketing decision. I said before in a previous video that YG is gonna have a comeback year, a bounce back year in 2020. Big Bang is planning to make their long-awaited comeback at Coachella, minus one member. And now Treasure debuting soon. The only thing missing is Blackpink. Blackpink also needs that attention. Maybe not as much as a debuting group, but they do need activities. Speaking of activities, this may not be a good time at all for anyone to debut a new group, even YG. We're getting Topical Boys. There was
sickness
that popped up that spread really fast and is now infecting multiple countries. And the country where this
sickness
is booming the most is South Korea. Take a look at the news. Fan meetings, activities, performance, live concerts, almost everything is being canceled in order to prevent the spread of this
sickness.
And every new debuting group needs a debut showcase, perform on music shows, and need to host live events. Right now is not a good time for that, and is not a good time to debut a new group. This is a very interesting and unique time for YG, and with everything that's happening in the world. Can YG produce a successful, long-lasting group with activities? What will happen to Blackpink? They have potential to do so much more. And take it from Blackpink, all they want this year is That's it for this video, and if you enjoyed, please hit that like, and remember, 82% of you guys watching aren't subscribed yet, so please hit that subscribe button and the bell so you don't miss a new video. You enjoy my videos already, so why not subscribe? And speaking of videos, what do you think about this one, huh? I feel like right now is a great time to bring back commentary videos, and they're gonna be a bit more like this, not too serious, having a little bit of fun with it and just trying new things. Let me know what you think about it, and let me know, is Blackpink in trouble in your opinion? is YG smart to debut a new girl group that isn't necessarily like Blackpink at this point? So let's have a conversation about this because this is a really interesting topic for me. Also want to give a quick shout out to the tons of people who are following me on Twitch from my last video reaction to ITZY, like just me mentioning Twitch offhandedly. Like you guys, we're building a strong family on Twitch now. Like I said, I wanted to do live streaming K-pop listening parties and reactions and all kinds of different stuff on Twitch, games, anything that comes to my brain. I'm gonna be releasing a streaming schedule next week to show you what days and what time of the day that I'm gonna be streaming for. Also, since you guys are so loving, we're almost at 2K on Instagram, so do your thing, you know? Oh, this just in. I got a new patron, Tom Moffat. Tom, you know what? I don't know you, but I think you have a kind soul. You have an amazing jawline. But anyways, guys, that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. 안녕.